When talking about Jungkook, his name is almost always associated with words like global icon, golden voice, and K-pop phenomenon. Since his debut with BTS in 2013, Jungkook has grown from a talented teenager into a world-class superstar whose influence stretches far beyond the stage. By 2025, just after celebrating his 28th birthday, he once again proved that he is not only a singer, but also a cultural figure with global impact. One of the most concrete pieces of evidence for this influence is Jungkook's milestone in Google Trends. Google Trends is a tool that shows how often a keyword is searched online. For an artist, appearing at the top of Google's trending list is no small feat. It signifies global attention, mass conversations, and undeniable relevance. Jungkook achieved 100% trending status on Google, a milestone rarely reached by Asian artists. The keyword Jungkook skyrocketed, surpassing other global topics that typically dominate search engines. This phenomenon is not just about numbers, it reflects something deeper. Jungkook's transformation from a K-pop idol into a globally recognized face across industries. From music to fashion to social media, his presence has become an unstoppable magnet for attention. Google Trends is not merely a chart of searches. For the entertainment industry and major brands, it is a barometer of campaign success, artist popularity, and even fandom power. When Jungkook dominates Google Trends, it means millions of people worldwide are actively looking him up. This phenomenon demonstrates that Jungkook has successfully crossed geographical and linguistic boundaries. People from Asia, America, Europe, and even Africa are all talking about him. ARMY, BTS's dedicated fandom, may be the driving force, but wider public interest outside the fandom is also immense. From the start, Jungkook was known as the Golden Maknae, the youngest BTS member with a wide range of talents. He could sing, dance, write songs, and even excel in sports and visual arts. But his journey to global status didn't come from talent alone. Jungkook built his reputation as an authentic, hardworking, and fan-focused artist. Between 2022 and 2025, when BTS members focused on individual activities due to military service obligations, Jungkook used the time wisely. He released solo tracks like 7 and Standing Next to You, which topped Billboard and Spotify global charts. From there, his position as a solo artist solidified. However, success in music was just the beginning. Later, Jungkook entered the fashion world as a global ambassador for Calvin Klein. His decision to step into fashion proved strategic. The notoriously exclusive and competitive fashion industry quickly fell in love with his charisma. Jungkook was praised for seamlessly blending pop star magnetism with high-class elegance. The year 2025 marked a new peak in his career. After celebrating his 28th birthday, Jungkook appeared on the international stage not as a singer, but as a fashion icon. His presence at NYFW truly stole the spotlight. He wasn't just an invited guest. He was chosen to close Calvin Klein's show, a prestigious position typically reserved for top supermodels. This moment triggered his surge on Google Trends. The whole world was talking about Jungkook Calvin Klein. His runway photos went viral on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. Slow-motion videos of his runway walk were replayed millions of times on TikTok. International media outlets published extensive coverage of his appearance. Google Trends data reflected this global buzz. Searches for Jungkook peaked on September 13, 2025. This surge revealed that global attention didn't just come from K-pop fans, but also from fashion enthusiasts, international journalists, and the general public curious about the man dominating online conversations. Jungkook's Google Trends spike this time was different. In the past, he went viral for songs or stage performances. This time, the reason was broader: fashion. This shift highlighted that Jungkook was no longer confined to music. He successfully became a multi-industry icon, capable of dominating conversations across fields. Major brands like Calvin Klein understood Jungkook's power. They knew that by featuring him, global attention would automatically shift to their products and shows. This phenomenon has been dubbed the Jungkook effect, when his presence alone can transform an ordinary event into a global sensation. On September 13, 2025, Jungkook's appearance at New York Fashion Week, NYFW, marked a turning point not only for his personal career, but also for the global perception of K-pop idols in high fashion. Fashion weeks are traditionally reserved for top models and industry elites, yet Jungkook, primarily known as a musician, stepped onto the runway with confidence and charisma that rivaled the best in the modeling world. Jungkook attended the Calvin Klein show as the closing model, a position often considered the highlight of the entire runway presentation. Designers usually reserve this honor for supermodels or brand ambassadors who perfectly embody the collection's aesthetic. Calvin Klein, a brand synonymous with minimalistic elegance and timeless fashion, found in Jungkook an ideal representation of its modern, globalized vision. From the moment he appeared on the runway, the crowd erupted. Photographers and media outlets scrambled to capture every angle, knowing that Jungkook's presence alone would drive massive international coverage. His outfit, a sleek, monochromatic ensemble blending avant-garde tailoring with casual ease, exemplified the collection's futuristic yet accessible theme. Every detail, from the cut of his jacket to the polish on his shoes, was meticulously styled to enhance his natural stage presence. Photos of Jungkook on the runway quickly went viral across all social media platforms. On Instagram, #JungkookXCalvinKlein amassed millions of posts within hours, while X, formerly Twitter, saw trending discussions in multiple countries. TikTok videos featuring his runway walk, especially slow-motion edits set to ambient music, garnered tens of millions of views in less than 24 hours. Fans and fashion critics alike praised Jungkook's ability to adapt to a completely different performance style. Unlike singing or dancing, modeling requires subtlety, precision, and an awareness of angles, lighting, and timing. Jungkook demonstrated an almost innate understanding of runway dynamics, walking with poise, confidence, and a magnetic presence that captivated both attendees and viewers online. Jungkook's runway success did not happen overnight. Weeks before NYFW, he worked closely with stylists, choreographers, and Calvin Klein's creative team. Rehearsals involved understanding pacing, turns, and posture, ensuring every movement aligned with the designer's vision. Jungkook's team emphasized authenticity. While the clothing needed to shine, his personal charisma had to remain unmistakable. Moreover, Jungkook collaborated with the brand's photographers to perfect poses for backstage and editorial shots. These pre-event materials were later shared on Calvin Klein's official social media, further amplifying the global buzz. It was clear that Jungkook's influence extended beyond mere celebrity presence. He actively participated in shaping the visual narrative of the campaign. News outlets worldwide covered Jungkook's NYFW appearance extensively. Fashion magazines such as Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and Elle praised his runway debut, emphasizing that it bridged the worlds of K-pop and high fashion. Major newspapers from Asia, Europe, and North America highlighted the phenomenon, with headlines like, "BTS's Jungkook closes Calvin Klein show in iconic NYFW debut." From idol to fashion icon, Jungkook redefines global style. The Jungkook effect, how a K-pop star took over NYFW. This media coverage solidified Jungkook's position as not only a global music star, but also a significant fashion influencer. Unlike typical celebrity appearances at fashion events, Jungkook's NYFW debut became a cultural moment, discussed across both fashion and entertainment circles. The response on social media was unprecedented. Within hours, hashtags related to Jungkook's NYFW appearance dominated platforms. Fans around the world created edits, memes, and compilations highlighting his every move. TikTok videos dissected his look frame by frame, praising his control, posture, and expressive subtlety.
X, formerly Twitter, reported that posts mentioning Jungkook surged by over 500%, surpassing major political and entertainment news for the day. On Instagram, influencers and fashion bloggers shared their reactions, while YouTube channels posted detailed analyses of his runway performance, combining close-ups, slow-motion clips, and commentary. Jungkook's NYFW appearance holds significance beyond fan excitement. It represents a shift in global fashion perception. Historically, Western fashion events have rarely spotlighted Asian artists in prominent roles. Jungkook's presence as the closing model challenges this trend, illustrating the increasing intersection of music, pop culture, and high fashion. It also highlights the growing power of K-pop as a cultural export. Jungkook, as part of BTS, has already influenced global music charts, concert attendance, and merchandise sales. Now, his impact extends to fashion, demonstrating that K-pop idols can successfully cross industry boundaries while maintaining authenticity and prestige.